What's up? My name is Shay and this is Manifesting with Karmic Side Gal. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you are Life Path 3, go ahead and like this video because I already know it's going to resonate with you. And if you are a current subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for joining me on my channel here where I talk about techniques to manifest and just ultimately creating the life that you deserve and my spiritual path. So if you guys have not been following my Life Path series, I am now on Life Path 3. So freaking excited, and honestly, I really love the energy of Life Path 3. Every week when I go to make these cards, it feels like I'm kind of channeling the energy of each life path as I'm studying their characteristics and flaws and all that. So I'm just going to go through real quick and kind of talk about the other life paths or whatever, and then jump into Life Path 3. So this is the Life Path 1 card. The leader that is available in my Etsy shop, the Greeting Card Co. And then this is Life Path 2, which is the Intuitive Empath, and that is also listed on my cards. So you guys definitely go ahead and check them out. Make a purchase from a small black business, you know what I'm saying? Support a sister. And then we're going to just go ahead and get right into Life Path 3. So like I said, I was so excited doing this card because I don't know, I felt very inspired from this energy, and it may be because Life Path 3s are like I was saying, Life Path 3s, they are the creative communicator. So not only do they have this natural ability to be creative and come up with all these amazing cool ideas, they are great at communicating. So I'm going to jump into the card. As you can see, there is a big number, well, not even number, the word 3 across it. And the card is lips, it's a mouth. And the reason is because, like I said, Life Path 3s are the communicator. They just are, their purpose is going to be to use their voice to reach people with their words. So I decided to make the card lips, and it's super dope to me. So first of all, I'll get into me spelling out the word 3. In the other cards, I used like Roman numerals or whatever. In this card, I wanted to spell out the word 3 specifically because it has several letters in it. Life Path 3s are meant to be in a group of people. They are meant to be the center of attention. I really like how the R is capitalized in there in the middle of all those letters, because Life Path 3s are like attention seeking, but in a good way. They're the type of people that you always are going to want around them because they fill you with so much happiness and joy, because they generally are happy people. And then just to like finish describing the outside of the card, so if you can see there on that little emblem, it says create. And I wanted to put something like I put on the outside of all of the cards that kind of signify all of them. And of course, they are the creators. They are the source of life, really. And I put it like that in the middle of the lip because it kind of looks like a lip piercing. And Life Path 3s are the life of the party. They love to express themselves outwardly. So they are definitely the type of people who have like a lots of tattoos and piercings, or even just piercings that people wouldn't normally have, or that you would not see, like a smiley or even a lip ring or something like that. So I'm going to jump right in and get started on the back of the card. Let's not waste any time. Life Path 3 is the Empress in the tarot deck, which is the third card. And as you see, it does have the Roman numerals 3 there, which shows that 3 is in a group. You know what I mean? Like they are meant to be the center of attention and meant to be filled fill other people's lives. Like life path threes are the type of people that have a lot of friends, um, a lot of social connections, or even just kind of be like, what are those, socialites, or people that everybody know. Like you'll be like, oh yeah, I know her. Like everybody is knows them or knows of them. So I'm gonna jump right in. For the first quality, they are super charming. Life path threes are very charismatic. They just have the that star quality that makes you drawn to them naturally, and they make you feel good and comfortable, and they make you feel good about your freaking self. Another quality about them is they are super optimistic. Life path threes are the happiest out of all the life paths. They just exude this joyous energy, and because of that, well, they're so happy because they're so optimistic, because they really see the glass as completely full, not even half full. Every situation they go into, just knowing, having this confidence that they can and will do anything. They're so optimistic, and they are great at manifesting even without trying to do it, because their vibration is just so clear of any negativity. And then, like I said before, life path threes, they have all of these brilliant ideas. They're very idealistic. And because they're so creative, their ideals will be something like that you never heard of. And like I've said in the other videos, all of the numbers carry some vibration of other numbers. So of course, life path 3 does carry the vibration of both 1 and 2. So there are some similar qualities as a life path 3 that you may understand or relate to from the life path 1 or life path 2. Now, another thing about the numbers, so if you are like a life path 5, a life path 6, a life path 9, life path 33, then you might want to watch this video, because all of those life paths carry the vibration of 3. So I'm just going to jump right into the card. Oh, and the last thing, the last quality, how could I forget that? Is life path 3s are so freaking funny. They are so hilarious. Life path 3s are like those people that are funny without trying. Like everything to them is a joke. And it's because life path 3, the number 3 itself, in a astrological standpoint, the third house is ruled by the child. So like before, I said in life path 1 video, they are in a masculine energy. Life path 2 is the feminine energy, but really the duality of both the masculine and feminine. Life path 3 is the energy of the child. They have the tendency to just have this innocent, beautiful hearts and see the best in people and situations. And because of that, they can either be kind of immature, or they could just have this like just natural like childlike energy, how children are so vibrant and positive and just excitable. Like that is the life path 3, and that is, if you, I don't know if you even know your friend's life path, but if you don't have a life path 3 in your life, get you one. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the card. There's so much that I want to say, and we're only 5 minutes in. So as you can see on the inside of the card, it is also lips. I have the guided message as always, the light and the shadow. And then I'm going to start here on this side. So life path 3 is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication. So that means that life path 3 carries Gemini energy, but also Virgo energy. So like the Virgo, life path 3s are very, I don't want to say picky, but they're selective. You know what I'm saying? They're selective. And like a Gemini, life path 3 can relate to life path 2 in that way of like really being able to see multiple perspectives and point of views. They really have the possibility to really have such an open mind, and that's how they have these such amazing ideas that just flow so freely, because they really do have an open mind. And because Mercury rules communication, then anything that is part of your purpose, life path 3, is going to be something where you're communicating with people, whether that is like a customer service job or some type of retail job, or whether you work one on one with people, or if um, there's it's so much. I haven't even got to the careers yet. So, life path 3, the creative communicator, this is the message for you guys. Your ideas will change the world. Be authentic and speak your mind. Live, laugh, create. Life path 3, your vibration is happiness. And anytime that you're not happy, then you are not in alignment with your path. So it's super important for you guys to just seek happiness in all the things that you do. And that comes to you very naturally, which is not always a good thing. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into this shadow side of qualities that Life Path 3 has and most likely need to work on to remove blockages in their life and just get them into alignment with their life purpose. So the first thing is life path 3s tend to be very naive, and it's because they do have that childlike energy, and because they do want to see the best out of everybody in all these different situations, that they just tend to be a little bit naive in situations and people, which like a life path 2, that makes them to be a target to be easily taken advantage of. Life path 3s, they have this like very romantic side to them that bleeds into all the areas of their life, not just their love life, where they tend to romanticize situations or people or places, and they kind of don't see things for what it is. It's like life path 3s kind of lack clarity in a sense. So, you just want to go into the world trying to see things as they really are and not trying to change any situation or person to what you think it is. Like, do not fall in love with the potential of anything. And that's so easy for a life path 3 to do. So then life path 3s, I'm sorry to say it guys, but you tend to be shallow. And I'm not saying really specifically from a materialistic sense. What you tend to be shallow in is your relationships. And that's what I mean about you guys being selective. You don't want to be friends with just anybody. You don't want to be caught hanging out with just anybody either. And the thing is, because you're so naive, you've probably been hurt in the past. You've probably been betrayed before. And what that does is put this layer of trauma on your heart where you have not forgiven those situations and those people. And then when you move on to new connections, whether we're romantic or platonic, or even your familiar relationships, you just kind of don't want to go deep with it. You guys can be very surface level in your relationships where you'll have so many friends, you'll be surrounded by so many people, but not many of those people could say that they really know you, and vice versa. You guys really do not like to get deep with people. You don't really like to let people in on what's going on in your life as far as like any issues or whatever it might be. You just kind of like to keep things surface level, like whether it's any type of relationship. And that can really hold you back from meeting great people that are meant to be in your life and in alignment in your life. Because, that brings out a little bit of self-sabotage that a lot of us don't really want to admit that we do. So another thing about life path 3s, because you're so idealistic, because you have so many ideas, life path 3s tend to kind of like jump around a lot as far as like their careers and relationships are concerned. They want to do so much because they have so many ideas. Life path 3s is the type of person that has like 4 jobs and 3 side hustles. Life path 3 is the type of person to have like 6 creative projects at one time. And that kind of makes you a little bit impulsive and indecisive, which in the grand scheme of your life is really not a great quality, because you want to make sure that you are being intentional about the way that you live your life. And when you make decisions on the drop of a dime, then you're not really like co-creating with the universe. You're not really manifesting your best life, because you're making decisions based off of just something in the moment, possibly your emotions. It's just not always very logical, and it's just too much quick thinking. um and you just don't want to be bouncing around from thing to thing, because it's just like there's no stability in that life path 3. Now, life path 3s do tend to be pretty unfocused, because they have so much going on. It's like, what do I direct my energy towards? And that's what you really want to keep in mind, life path 3. It's like you guys are a life path that is likely to have ADHD. You kind of start one thing, drop it, start another thing, start another thing, start another thing, and then a lot of these projects end up unfinished. A lot of your creative ideas never come into manifestation, come into fruition, because you don't really spend the time and energy that you should cultivating just that one thing, because you're bouncing from thing to thing or person to person. It's like those relationships. You might have 30 people that you call your friends, and none of them is really your friends, because you're not really letting them in your life and in your heart or any of that stuff, because you're afraid to get hurt. And what that does is just make it so that you are spreading out your energy to 50 people, instead of maybe focusing your energy into 3 friends and cultivating long lasting, meaningful relationships. Another thing about life path 3 is they tend to be avoidant, because they can't really focus. So they tend to procrastinate a lot and kind of avoid their responsibilities. Um, because they rather be having fun, they rather be living life and being happy. And sometimes being responsible just doesn't, make us happy. And life path 3s are going to put their happiness above everything. Like, they are a very pleasure seeking life path, and they are going to put the things that bring them pleasure over anything else, like, period. Over a relationship. If a relationship start to make them a little bit happy, peace out. A job, oh, I only been working there 3 months, I don't care. Not life path 3, they're out of there. So, you guys just kind of want to really be realistic about what's going on in your life, and do not avoid people, places, and things. If you've been ghosted frequently, it's probably a life path 3. They don't want to make a meaningful connection with you, and they're avoiding their feelings and emotions. I'm sorry to drag y'all like this, but get it together. And then, like I said when I first started, life path 3s do tend to be attention seeking, and sometimes they are looking for attention in the wrong place, which kind of wastes their time and energy, which then brings it back to them having this little resentment on their heart, kind of like the life path 2. So I'm going to get into the good qualities, because I've said enough about your shadow side. Now, like I said, life path 3s are extremely optimistic. They are so great to have in your life. You guys are amazing, because you can really see the bright side to anything, and not much is going to keep you down. Something bad could happen to you, and the right next day you'll be back at, like, hitting the pavement hard for whatever it was. Things are not going to knock you down easily. And so I just say, stay positive, life path 3. Don't let anything bring you down. Don't let any circumstances deter you from what goals that you want to reach in your life, because chances are those lessons were blessings in disguise, and just led you to the next part of your life that you're supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying before, life path 3s just are not realistic. Be realistic, life path 3s. With those rose colored lenses y'all be wearing, trying to see everything good and everything candy is sweet, that don't make it good for you. So it's just like, be realistic in a lot of situations. If you have an idea, create a plan for that idea. Don't just like say, here's my idea, I'm gonna put it out into the world and it's supposed to magically appear. Life Path 3, you guys have to commit to something. You have to work hard for something. And I'm not saying that you guys can't be hardworking. It's just you actually kind of, it works so hard, but it's like you're doing so many things at once and you're just spread too thin pretty much, Life Path 3. And a lot of times that's because you're just not being real with yourself about maybe like how an opportunity is going to pan out or a relationship. Y'all are the type of people to look right past red flags and act like they green. Life Path 3 is very important in this life that you make meaningful connections. I know you've been hurt before. I know that some people have let you down. It might even be the relationship you had with your parents. Childhood trauma could affect you heavily, Life Path 3, because you're someone who just harnesses and carries that childlike energy. But the thing is, you can create so much with other people. You're literally meant to bring people together, and you can't do that if you're only letting people in a little bit at a time. Really focus on a few connections that you have and make them meaningful, make them worthwhile. It's like quality over quantity, Life Path 3, and apply that to everything, not just relationships. Life Path 3s, you really want to be consistent, okay? I know it's hard. I know it's really hard to stay focused on one thing. I know you have so many cool ideas and so many innovative ideas, probably inventions for real. But nothing is going to come to pass if there is no consistency behind it. You have to keep going, keep working hard. You can't like be trying to be a YouTuber and post like one video a month and think your channel's gonna pop off. You have to be consistent and constantly putting out content. If you are an artist, Life Path 3, you cannot put out a couple paintings a year and then basically call yourself an artist and think one day your art is going to be worth millions of dollars. You have to be consistent and you have to put the energy towards the things that make you happy, which is my next point. Energize what makes you happy. Life Path 3, your path is about being happy. It's about living your life effortlessly and having the freedom to do what you want to do on your terms. And the closer that you come to your higher self, you're going to be in alignment with the things that make you happy. Your job has to make you happy. Your relationship has to make you happy. Your home environment has to make you happy. All of those things are going to play a big part into if you're going to be able to reach success. So whatever the things make you happy, focus on those. Put your energy towards the people that are bringing happiness into your life, that can reciprocate that same energy that you're giving. And that's on period. And then lastly, Life Path 3s, because you are naive, because you've been hurt in the past, because you know you have so many things going on, and because you harness that Virgo energy, you guys can be your worst critics. You can have the best idea and you might talk yourself out of it because you're doubtful or you're scared to go into the next space of your life. But Life Path 3s, you have to realize that you are perfect right now. The greatest analogy for this is the phases of the moon, okay? The moon is full at all times. It's just only us on Earth that it only looks partially full during the different phases. And every time you look at the moon, it should be a reminder to you that no matter what phase of life you're in, you are full right now. You're whole right now. And there's not anything, person, place that you need to attain to be more whole or to be more perfect. You are perfect as you are. This is how God created you. This is the person that you have to be in this moment right now to reach ascension and ultimately be your highest self. You're perfect, Life Path 3. Give yourself a break. Now, some of the Life Path 3s we have are Rihanna, Snoop Dogg, Nina Simone, Brandy, Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, Mary J. Blige, and Toni Braxton. So these give you an idea of the type of people that a Life Path 3 is. They are fun loving. They are definitely the center of attention. They are the type of people that have like a whole when you think of like Rihanna, she is somebody that has her hand in a lot of baskets. So like she started out doing music and then she ventured off into fashion, and then not just like wearing clothes, but now she has like the Savage by Fenty. Now she has Fenty makeup, Fenty skincare. It's like she's doing so many different things, and on top of that, she's a huge philanthropist. So, you know, like Life Path 3s are those type of people that have like so many different ventures going on and stuff like that. Some of the careers Life Path 3 will have is ultimately just being an entertainer. Life Path 3s are performer. Whether they do that for their job or not, they just put on a show. Like naturally, that's who they are. They're like the people you'll be like, oh, when so and so was a kid, she was doing this or doing that, blah blah blah. Like those are the type of like people Life Paths are. It's like just entertaining in any type of way because they're so funny. Like they'll naturally make you laugh. So it could be a comic, an actor, some type of musician, like a music artist, singer, dancer, any type of performing artistry, you name it, even public speaking, poetry, like being a poet, or being like a visual artist, like a painter, or you know, like a clay sculptress. Like these are very Life Path 3 careers. Any type of creative, any type of job where you're doing creating, say like if you was doing YouTube or if you was doing podcasting, especially because these are things that you use your voice. People are going to gravitate towards your personality and then ultimately your message, whatever you have to say, how you're going to help the world by using your words. Life Path 3, that is the type of career that you should have. So like you just want to make sure that you are doing the things that make you happy, and ultimately any type of way that you're going to be entertaining people is what's going to make you happy, and that is what's going to be in alignment for you, and that's what's going to help you to create opportunities for other people, because you are a star. Life Path 3, you guys are like the star of the life path, period. Not to say that there's not other life paths where you can reach like any type of celebrity or fame or anything like that, but Life Path 3, they just got that quality in them. Also, Life Path 3, they are so super smart and intelligent. They have this keen ability to have like photogenic memory. They're the type of people that take a test and pass easy and be like, oh yeah, I just like study for 5 minutes and I know all the answers. Like Life Path 3s, they're so smart because they have that Gemini energy. They could just see things so many different ways, so many different views, so many perspectives. They have all these ideas. They could be like a great type of like scientist or engineer, or even like some type of business person, like maybe somebody that has like a chain of restaurants, or like somebody that's in real estate that flip houses. Like they will be Life Path 3. You guys will be great in that. Life Path 3, you guys' purpose is all about like enlightenment and knowledge. Like I said, you're so smart. You guys have the because you're interested in so many different things. You might be the type of person to have like 5 degrees or something, all in different things. Like if you ever seen Girlfriends, how Lynn is on there and she high key can't figure out her life, but she has she's so qualified to do so much, but she chooses to do all these random things that make her happy. Like, that is life path 3 energy if I ever seen it, like plain as day. um just make sure life path 3, you guys are not like spreading yourself too thin because you're putting yourself in all these things. Make sure the things that you are giving your energy to are actually giving energy back to you. You're definitely going to be questioning, what is the meaning of life? What is my purpose? And honestly, life path 3, your purpose is to be happy. It's like in Pretty Hurts by Beyonce, when she's like at the beginning of the song doing the pageant, and then it's like, what is like your life purpose? What is your life goal? And she's like, to be happy. Like, that is you, life path 3. Be happy no matter what. But just make sure that your happiness is not the detriment to yourself or to others. So I'm going to read this one more time for you. Your ideas will change the world. Be authentic and speak your mind. Live, laugh, and create. So, Life Path 3, I hope that this video resonated with you. I hope that you enjoy the card and you guys go check them out and purchase them for your friends that are Life Path 3s. Or if you just generally fuck with the Life Path 3 energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I do. I'm Life Path 5, so I carry the vibration of 2 and 3, and I feel like Life Path 3 specifically resonated with me. I love this energy. You guys are so attractive. Like, you have that attractive nature to you, like a Life Path 1, and you just are meant to steal the show. So like, I love you guys' energy. And the one last thing I did want to add, because I forgot, like, about just the numerology in general, like for the number 3, it stands for the Holy Trinity, which is the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So like Life Path 2, you guys are very connected as far as spirituality, and like very connected with your ancestors. So that's something as well, Life Path 3, that you want to get in tune with. I have a feeling if you're watching this video, you might be into spirituality in some way, or in somehow you are interested. But definitely stay connected with your ancestors and your guides, and just make sure that whatever it is you're doing, that you're creating for yourself ultimately, but to also create and spark knowledge and happiness in other people. Peace out.